Okay, so you're here to find out about Battlefield 2018 gunplay. So, the first thing that I'd like to say about Battlefield 2018 gunplay is the return of the assault class. And the assault class has got like assault rifles, and they deal like 5 bullet to kill at close range, but 4 bullet to kill at long range. And this is because of Dice's range-based balancing, and the bullets stop existing at 50 meters. Yeah. Are we all with me? And they have zero spread. It's all based on horizontal recoil because that's more skillful. Because a skilled player can control the horizontal recoil, and the skilled player does not like random bullet deviation, which was added because EA wanted to make the game more marketable to retarded players. And what's next is the return of the engineer class, and the engineer class has powerful anti-tank launchers, and that is their only weapon. And they have sweet spots. And the anti-tank, you know, the rocket launchers have the first one. I don't have exact names because the dev wouldn't leak them to me. But the first launcher has a 50 to 80 meter sweet spot where the explosion has double the radius, and also kills any infantry within 3 meters or so. And that's it. There's only 2 relevant classes. There's no support. There's no scout because assault and engineer is all you need in Battlefield 2018 for the Nintendo Switch. Any questions about the leak, fellas?
Can support have mini assault rifles?
Support is not a relevant class in 2018. Now, the issue with the support class is that they've removed random bullet deviation, which of course is what we like to call reverse spread here in Synthic. And unfortunately, support has a 2-second ADS time and cannot hip fire, so it's completely useless. Any other questions about Battlefield 2018 leak?
Will there be bipods?
There will be even better than bipods. There's going to be, wait for it, dramatic pause, tripods, and you can deploy them while standing.
What are the attachments going to be?
So there's going to be a multitude of attachments. I can tell you now, as far as available optics goes, there is going to be iron sights, there's going to be buckhorn sight, there's going to be marksman iron sight, there's going to be radium sight, there's going to be aperture sight, there's going to be red dot, there's going to be night vision sight, there's going to be like 15 different scopes. And as for grips, there's going to be vertical grip, horizontal grip, angled grip, ergo grip, stubby grip, carved out handguard, and every grip does a different thing to the gun and doesn't have drawbacks. If you're not using a grip, you're doing it wrong in Battlefield 2018, where customization is king. If you don't use a grip, you will have random bullet deviation. This is to appease Battlefield 1 fans who like the inclusion of such a casual mechanic as random bullet deviation. Any other questions?
Will some of the attachments make others irrelevant? Would it be complete without that?
Yeah, so certain attachments will make other attachments completely irrelevant. So, like, if you have a look at the angled grip, it is like straight up better than the ergo grip. Like, the angled grip has a 20% decrease in hipfire spread, but the ergo grip has a 25% decrease in hipfire spread. Bear in mind that spread is not random bullet deviation. These are 2 totally different things. Spread is inherent to the weapon. Random bullet deviation is inherent to the support class. Any other questions?
How is Incursions going to work?
Now, Incursions is going to be based off the Battlefield 1 system. So, to make sure it's like it, Incursions will have random bullet deviation, or RBD, on every class. Well, I'm sorry that I can't do a proper Drakeson impression. I've only heard him speak like once. I didn't bother to rewatch that video because it was trash.
Will snipers have random bullet deviation to discourage camping?
Snipers will have random damage model. to discourage camping.
That's beautiful. You're a genius.
Sniper rifles will be one bullet to kill to the head, but have a random chance of one bullet to kill to the upper chest at all ranges, and to bring back the aggressive recon playstyle, which fans of Battlefield 4 have been clamoring for. We will bring back the 0 to 10 meter, 100 damage upper chest zone for bolt action rifles.
Talk about the new behemoths.
The new behemoths are as follows. The first behemoth, which I have been leaked by my source, Chad Wilkinson, also known as Random Bullet Deviation at DICE, has told me that the first of the behemoths will be a life-size statue of George H.W. Bush, and there will be 6 seats inside the giant George H.W. Bush. The first seat is the driver's seat, and he can shit bombs out of his ass. And because every single map is symmetrical, 2 uncap, 0 precap, you can just go to the center of the map and hit everyone from there. And all the other seats are just machine guns in true Battlefield 1 Behemoth style.
Speaking of maps, can you elaborate on that?
Yes, so now, because of the community outlash against Conquest Assault, which has been considered to be a casual game mode, we will not have Conquest Assault in Battlefield 2018. Instead, we're gonna have every single map is 2 uncap, 0 precap Conquest head-on, with a distance of at least 500 meters from the uncap to the gimme, and a maximum of 100 meters from flag to flag.
Well, we have buildings that the only way to get on top of them is through a ladder that serves as a choke point, so I can snipe in peace and kill anyone who tries to get up.
But do you know how spread works?
I will answer the questions in order. The first question, what will the maps be like? Will they have buildings? Well, I'm proud to say that for the first time since Battlefield Bad Company 2, we will have fully destructible buildings on every map, and each map will have buildings that can be destroyed with infantry gunfire alone. No need to wait for a vehicle. You can just shoot the fucking thing down. And to elaborate on the second question, can you tell me what is spread? Spread is not random bullet deviation. Random bullet deviation is what the support class has when it tries to shoot. Random bullet deviation is what your gun has when it's not an optical variance. Random bullet deviation is an inherently casual mechanic that none of the higher-ups at DICE actually like.
We have gadgets whose sole purpose is just to pad the amount of gadgets in the game.
Yes, I can tell you now about several of the gadgets. There are 3 different types of mine, and each mine is only good for a certain type of tank. But you can use all the mines to blow them up with dynamite.
Can you stack mines? This is a very important question.
You can stack different types of mine. So if you're playing as engineer, you can take 2 different types of mine and stack them on top of each other, which accomplishes the same effect.
Slutty.
Your question, Chink.
But because there's no random bullet deviation, does it mean I can microburst the sniper rifles?
Yes, because there is no random bullet deviation on the bolt action rifle. You are able to microburst the bolt action.
Good expectations.
Any more questions about Battlefield 2018 leak?
Sniper.
What are the swimming mechanics like?
The swimming mechanics have been completely overhauled since people have complained that Battlefield 1 has had too casual swimming mechanic, where all you can do is move. I'm proud to tell you that now in Battlefield 2018 you can crouch in the water, you can go prone backwards in the water and do backstroke, and what's more is the fact that you can now jump on the water. You can literally jump
slide
out
on the
like a
water?
dolphin. You can slide in the water like a dolphin dive, literally. We're bringing back the dolphin dive from Battlefield 2.
Literal dolphin diving.
You can dolphin dive and microburst your sniper rifle.
Will you turn up the bloom by 200%?
Will swimming be linear, or will we have random wave deviation that will wobble us left and right while swimming?
The inclusion of random waves in Battlefield 1 was considered casual by much of the DICE team at the behest of EA. So now, I'm proud to tell you that waves are entirely predictable.
How is that gonna affect my Pearl Harbor Operation game mode?
Could you repeat your question?
How is that going to affect my Pearl Harbor Operation game mode?
Pearl Harbor operations will not be making an appearance in the game since the only game mode is Battlefield 2018 is going to we will say Battlefield V we will try and not split the player base with different game mode. Instead, we will put all the player into one mode, which is 2UOP Conquest. There's no operation for you, mister.
TUOP best conquest.
I mean, personally, I like this change. Operations was obviously included just to boost your stats, and yeah, I just make people like it's defending ops, and only
The replacement for
Conquest and TDM to like get actually legit and representative KDs and score per minute.
the replacement for the operation stat padding mode will be the new Conquest co-op game mode where everybody on one team play, and this is the only appearance of the Conquest Assault game mode where all the bots are the defending team. And I can tell you now that the bots are not forgiving. The bots do not have random bullet deviation on their guns. They are difficult to play against.
Zero min spread.
Zero spread.
There is no such thing as spread in the game. I've told you there is no random bullet deviation.
No, there is spread, but no random bullet deviation.
Have I not established to you? Random bullet deviation is random. Spread is random. Therefore, random bullet deviation and spread are the same thing.
Okay.
But you said that random bullet deviation was attached to the MGs.
It is attached to the MGs, but because MGs are automatic weapons, it is applied to the automatic weapons. I don't think you understand.
What are the MGs attached to?
The MGs, they have several attachments like the bipod, the vertical grip, the suppressor, the heavy barrel. I've told you about attachments, man.
Will the map be square or round?
The mini-map will be square to... For the Battlefield 1 map has been considered casual because it has the same length of viewing in each area. But now, with the Battlefield 2018 map, it is a square, so you get more information on the diagonals. You get 1 times root 2 on the diagonals, rather than just 1 unit of information.
Are you going to turn up the bloom by 200% to make the game more cinematic?
That would be great.
Cinematic gameplay should have been left behind with last generation consoles running at 24.93 frames per second. We will instead turn the bloom up unless you decide to use the new soldier sunglasses attachment, which is
DLC?
automatically equipped when you are playing in the Incursions game mode.
Can
I
they
have
replace
heard the rumor that we'll be
my
getting
gas
real
mask
and
with
reflex
sunglasses?
sights.
Sorry,
Will they be
one at a time.
customizable?
The sunglasses are 100% customizable, but you need to get different lenses and different frames from Battle Chugs. These are the replacement for battle packs. You buy them in real life, you chug them, and you find the code at the bottom of the bottle. And that is your code to unlock new attachments, new soldier customization.
Can you explain the loot crates?
Does the chug taste good?
I have not been given a sampler of the new BF 2018 Battle Chugs, but they are apparently ramping up production so they are ready on store shelves on the day of release. So you can buy your 12 pack of Battle Chugs, chug them all, and enter your codes to unlock the sickest sunglasses for your soldier.
What if I
Well,
just
different-
pour it down the sink?
Well, you can do that, but there's the issue with doing that is that when you drink Battle Chugs, you gain the ability to offset random bullet deviation. You are putting yourself at a disadvantage by not drinking Battle Chugs. TM.
So they put drugs in Battle Chugs.
I have not been told about the details about Battle Chugs. I cannot tell you what is inside them. I believe that would be a breach of confidentiality, which I've been entrusted to by DICE developers such as Random Bullet Deviation.
Random deviation.
Random Bullet Deviation is not going to make an appearance in Battlefield 2018.
Right, you mean he got fired?
In Battlefield V.
I'm really
Will
bad
we
at
be able to
grinding.
purchase special ammunition battle packs that grant us double muzzle velocity and lower our BTK?
Gold chip.
Yeah. So, going alongside with the newly introduced Battle Chugs, I'm proud to introduce to you Battle Bites. And these take the form of brownies with slips of paper inside them. And you eat the brownie, and you take the slip out, and you enter your code, and that gives you a fixed supply of magazines with TTK 3.0 ammunition. The latest step in bullet damage.
How much do these cost?
Battle Chugs will retail at $3.99 per 500 milliliter bottle.
I'm really bad at
Battle Bites will retail at $5.99 per box, and each box will contain 12 brownies, and each brownie will contain a random letter labeled in order. You eat all the brownies, you put the letters in order, and you enter your code for extra bullet damage.
Sometimes I don't have the time to grind for new attachments, so would there be a system so that I can maybe set up a glory hole for popular Battlefield YouTubers and like do tasks for them so I can excel my so I can accelerate my grind for new weapons or customization options?
Now, the easiest way to do that is simply to purchase a 2-liter bottle of Battle Chugs and chug the whole thing. It contains 3 attachments. Oh, I got a question from Sim Ascend Pentanova. So what's the difference between random bullet deviation and random bullet aberration? Now, let me tell you, random bullet deviation is what happens when you fire an LMG and your shots go all over the place. When you hold down the trigger and the shots don't go where you're aiming, that's random bullet deviation. Random bullet deviation is not present on optical variants because optical variants do not have random bullet deviation. I can tell you now that random bullet aberration is this thing that optical variants don't have. It's also what happens when you fire an LMG and the shots don't go where you are aiming for the first 5 shots or so. Notice that's not random, that's aberration.
Will I be able to microburst in my assault rifle and challenge snipers at range?
Of course, part of what makes Battlefield V5 the best Battlefield title to date is that it allows skilled players to challenge players far outside of their engagement ranges. Because SMGs do not have random bullet deviation, they will be able to microburst 8 bullets and kill a sniper with their random damage model out to 80, 90 meters or so, which is roughly the distance between flags. Sorry, could you repeat your question?
Random damage model come from?
Yeah, so I mentioned it earlier, but scout rifles have the latest technology allowing them to have a completely randomized damage model. Now, So basically, your sniper rifle will deal a one-shot headshot every single time. But when you're aiming for the upper chest, there is a percentage chance, which is increased by the amount of battle bytes codes you've entered over the last week, of being able to kill with one shot to the chest. And to bring back Battlefield 4's balance, which allows players to engage outside their engagement ranges, every bolt action rifle will be able to kill in one shot to the chest from 0 to 12 meters.
Will you be taking advice from every single Reddit user?
I will be taking. Well, I've heard that from the DICE team, they're looking to shut down r/battlefield_live, and instead they will be redirecting traffic to the Battlefield community forums, which is an official source for all things Battlefield V.
Who's your
Oh,
source on?
Are we still gonna have random battle pack deviation, or will our cosmetics be preset now?
Cosmetics will be preset based on the flavor of battle chugs you purchase. If you purchase B52 banana, you will be guaranteed to obtain sunglasses. If you buy Thompson Tang, you are guaranteed to get SMG attachments. There are 8 flavors in total.
Question: is there random health deviation?
Yes, to represent the fact that soldiers have differing physical strength. Each soldier will be generated with a different starting health value, anywhere from 80 to 100 HP.
We have the Battlefront 2 system where different classes have different health. So, like, support has 500 health because he has backpacks, and then assault only has 50 because he's like the standard soldier.
Well, I've been told that we're going one better with that system. Instead, we're going to have it so elite classes are deployable from the spawn menu.
What are the perks gonna look like? How are those gonna affect gameplay?
Now, I've only been told about a few of them, but I can tell you that there are 4 perks which are currently in development, and probably about 20 more which I haven't been told about. The first of these perks is Inconspicuous, and what Inconspicuous does is makes it so you cannot be 3D spotted. 3D spotting is a casual mechanic for normal core noobs. The other perks that I've been told about are Pin Down, which increases your outgoing suppression by 1000%. Another one that I have been told about is Unbreakable, which means you cannot be suppressed, which means you will not have random bullet deviation or random optic sway through suppression, which is perfect for if you are playing as a sniper and already taking advantage of your double damage sweet spot zone.
I think afflictions were the best thing to happen in Battlefield in a long time, and they really add to the game. So will they be making a return in Battlefield 2018?
Now, Battlefield 2018 has taken the affliction system one step further, and what we have now is real life afflictions. You can go to any video game store near you, and you can purchase real life afflictions. And what these do, they break your arms so you cannot aim or operate your controller properly. Or you can buy a real life affliction which drills your eardrums in so you're unable to hear footsteps. I think this is the newest LARP fag realism step the franchise needed.
Will we have RPG elements, like being able to develop a skill which allows you to use your massive gaming skills to like gain like this bar thing and charge it up and perform like 4 or 5 man melee takedown, which is like cinematic, and cinematic means it's not casual, and not casual means you were skilled enough to like kill 5 people by pressing one button with melee. Will we have that?
Everything in this game is catered towards the deepest, most progressive progression system known to gaming kind. I can tell you now that there will be an entire skill tree for each class, and you can specialize your assault into a melee assault, which gets you a 500 RPM knife, which allows you to kill 500 guys per minute just by clicking F.
What's the range of the knife?
The range of the knife. Now, depending on what skill path you go down, you can be a knife, or you can be a swordsman, or you can be a throwing knife, or a ninja. It depends which skill tree you go by, and some of them are exclusive to battle bites. If you purchase the if you purchase the Rocky Road battle bites, those contain the codes for unlocking the assault melee tree. I can tell you that now.
Like Rocky Road.
If you don't like Rocky Road, then maybe you should play a different class.
But if using the knife, do you have to click on the chest or do you have to click on the heads? Lol.
I can tell you now that the knife takedown zone is 180 degrees around your field of vision. All you need to do is look at a guy, click your melee button, and then they will be stabbed. You don't need to aim. You don't need to be on target. It's auto-rotate melee, because we do not need random knife deviation in Battlefield 5 for the Nintendo GameCube.
I'm sorry, it's not called random knife deviation. It's called stab spread.
Yeah, it is not random melee deviation. It is knife spread, because it is not an aberration, it is a spread.
Will the bayonet system be making a return? I can hardly wait.
The bayonet system will only be available to the riflemen who decide to use the semi-automatic rifles equipped with bayonets, and they must go down the skill tree for their class to unlock the bayonet, which is available with the Lemon Sponge Cake Battle Bites.
Will DLC be free?
DLC will be tied to purchases of the Battle Meal Deal, which is 1 box of Battle Bites and a relevant flavor of Battle Chugs. If you enter both codes at the same time, you unlock an expansion pack at random. Of course, Premium will return.
Will there be random vision deviation?
Random vision deviation will not be in this game, since sunglasses are available for your soldier.
Fuck, I thought he was being serious. Wow. It's a joke.
What about suppression?
Suppression will be making a return, but instead of increasing your spread, it will increase your horizontal recoil, and recoil is controllable.
Will our gender and race be random, or will we be able to select it like in real life?
Just like in real life, you can choose your gender. You can choose your skin color.
Can I be a gender fluid black Nazi?
There will be no swastika in Battlefield V, because the swastika was not invented in the year V AD.
Oh man.
If I want to double the speed of how much I have to grind, can I get battle bites and also suck off developers and X Factor and level cap?
If you would like to grind, if you'd like to get through the 1,000-hour progression system at an accelerated rate, all you need to do, fella, is purchase a lot of battle bites, eat a lot of battle bites, and send a doctor's note to DICE saying that you've succumbed to type 2 diabetes as a result of going 10 times over your sugar allowance every single day since launch.
Do the battle bites have any adverse effects besides diabetes?
Well, he just
I'm asking my trusted source right now about Battle Bites nutrition facts.
I bet it's part of the affliction system. Like
Battle
if you get
Battle
diabetes, it's
Bites
just part of being a
triple
soldier.
chocolate fudge. Calories 278 per bite. Total fat 7 grams per bite. Saturated fat 4 grams per bite.
Oh, great.
Total carbohydrates 50 grams per bite.
Jeez.
And there are 12 bites in each pack.
At that point, that many grams, it's not a bite anymore.
That's why there's 12 of them per pack, because you bite each one, but you have to make sure you don't eat the whole thing at once, because there's a slip of paper inside that you take out, and you put all the papers in order and enter the code, a 12-digit code, to unlock your extra attachment.
Is the attachment just a bayonet with a little tiny flag on it that says PTFO?
That's part of the cosmetics. You can unlock different bayonets, everything from the knife that was used to kill George W. Bush in the year 2040 AD to the knife that was used to kill Julius Caesar in the year 1941 are available as bayonets on the end of your semi-automatic rifles, which do not have random bullet abbreviation.
Abbreviation.
I'm sorry. So, someone who was just questioning the word about like the bite-sized bites. I mean, this came straight from Dice, didn't it? And Dice would never lie to us. Like, are you questioning the words of random calorie deviation, fam?
The battle bites are made to a set factorial procedure. They are not random. There is no deviation on the factory line. They are all made to exacting specifications. There is no random bite specification.
What language will my character be speaking?
It depends on your faction. The full list of factions available at launch are the United Kingdom, the United States of America, the United States of Royal Canadian Army, Mexico, Argentina, the Free French Forces, Italy, the Soviet Union,
It's the IDF.
the IDF, Germany, and
Do I get to choose Iceland?
Vietnamese preemptively coming in.
Vietnam.
Will be available at launch because 2 of the maps take place in the
Cambodia and
Vietnam
Laos.
War.
Can I play as a
Battlefield
bad guy?
V is short for Battlefield Vietnam and World War II.
Vietnam War II,
That's fucking
Vietnam
genius, man.
and World War II.
also known as the Korean War.
I think squad leader is a position that is really underappreciated, and there's no reward for playing as a squad leader. So could you have it so that if you're a squad leader, you can execute players who aren't following your orders?
Now, Squad Leader, unlike previous titles, is not random. We are getting rid of random Squad Leader selectification. Squad Leader will be based around whichever member of the squad has entered the most Battle Chugs codes and Battle Bites codes. The person who has the healthiest battlefield diet will be elected Squad Leader and be able to sentence members of their squad to be stoned to death in a new mid-round minigame where you throw stones at a squad mate to execute them with no random stoning deviation.
Will there be a battle royale?
I'll tell you now about the Battlefield Battle Royale game mode. You start out on Omaha Beach. 100 players are selected from random conquest games and placed onto the Battle Royale game mode map. And then they are made to play Battle Royale. However, the annoying randomness of Battle Royale will not be making an appearance in Battlefield v Vietnam and World War II. Instead of that, weapons when you spawn are determined entirely on how many Battle Chugs packs you've entered over the last week. If you have entered no Battle Chugs packs codes, you will end up with simply a PO8. If you have entered the maximum number of Battle Chugs packs over the last week, you will be fully kitted out with a micro-burstable STG-44 with Spectre DR red dot, laser pointer, flashlight, heavy barrel, suppressor, compensator, muzzle brake, flash hider, vertical grip, angled grip, grip pod, George Bush assassination bayonet, and the Hello Kitty logo engraved on the side of the magwell.
I would like to see an increase in realism in the new Battlefield games. So, for instance, would our hands be able to slip when we're reloading our weapons? And we have to play a minigame to properly slot the magazine into the magwell.
In the interests of removing random slipping from the game, slipping will be based entirely on how greasy your hands are in real life. You are required to purchase a sensor with each copy of the game and rub your hands on it with each spawn. Depending on how greasy your hands are, that's how likely you are to jam your weapon with your oily hands, or slip from the grip and drop it. I'm taking 3 more questions max.
Will we be able to fully...
Somebody other than you, child.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh yeah, how greasy are these battle bites?
It depends entirely on which battle bites you purchase. If you purchase the triple fudge brownie...
Yes.
Well, if you purchase the triple fudge brownie, then you might be okay. You might just be a bit crummy. But if you purchase the Butterfield Delight, then may God have mercy on your soul. Who's next?
How many of them could I eat before I die?
How much experience do you have with eating greasy snack foods? In the name of necessity. Westy, the current we have proof that Westy knows about the state of the game. Just look at the size of that lad, absolute unit.
You must have bought like 1,000 of these battle bites.
Every battle bite pack has a chance of including a plane ticket to the next EA event. To the captured events.
Westy spread deviation.
Now the only problem with battle bites is that they can cause random, foul-smelling flatulation. Please eat them solitarily.
Random swamp as deviation, fam.
I'm taking 1 more question.
Is your mom gay?
Player count be randomized every time you play.
Could you repeat your question?
Be randomized every time you play.
The account.
Player count.
Player count will be we will have a capped server, which is roughly a couple less of whatever the actual peak hours would be. So there will always be the same amount of players online at all times to minimize randomness, because we do not like random player count selectification. Thank you all for listening to my leak of Battlefield v Vietnam and World War II and Battle Royale, featuring the introduction of Battle Chugs, Battle Bites, and the Sunglasses system. Good night.
Well, this whole video is going straight into Drax's Discord.